This is Robert Demers for Conman here at the Montreal ComicCon, and I'm here with artist Adam Kubert. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing very well, thanks, Robert.
How have you been enjoying the convention so far?
Well, I got here about an hour and a half ago, and I've been signing straight. So you came at a good time. I think there's a lull in the line.
Back at San Diego Comic-Con, it was announced that you'll be doing art for a sequel to the classic Wolverine Origin story, Origin, with Origin 2. How was it that you felt when you were brought onto the book?
Well, I was flattered and honored that they asked that I do that issue. As you know, my brother Andy did the first Origin 12 years ago. I guess they felt the time was right to come out with the sequel to the series.
Though you're no stranger to Wolverine stories, do you feel that you have to tread carefully when touching upon the origin of a classic Marvel character?
You know, I definitely don't feel as though I have to walk on eggshells. I basically draw what's written for me. I embellish. I just do the best job I can do on the story, and I'm not really worried about the character. Like I said, I'm doing the best I can on the character, so I'm not, if I was really worried about it, I probably wouldn't be able to put pencil to paper.
How are you approaching the book artistically?
Well, that's interesting. I am approaching it slightly differently. When I was at DC Comics, I did a book called Last Son with Superman. The way I did that, all the characters were inked and the backgrounds were left in pencil to give it a more animated, painterly look. With Origin, similarly, the characters are going to be inked. Backgrounds are going to be left in pencil for Frank Martin to color. But the difference is I'm digitally inking the figures, and there's going to be a lot of rendering in the figures. They're not just outline drawings as it was done in Superman. So there's a lot more grit and grim, and it still has that painterly approach that Andy had set the tone for in the original series, and I didn't want to stray too far from that.
The first book left off with Logan Savage in the wilderness. How are you relaying with your artwork that savageness of the character?
Well, again, the technique that I chose is basically to do it in pencil. So it's a rougher, looser type of drawing, which I think helps emphasize the savageness, the roughness of Wolverine.
You've actually touched upon Wolverine's origin previously in Astonishing Wolverine and Spider-Man. Do you feel that helps you going in?
Not really. This is a completely different take on the character. That was a time jump story. So no, this is almost a completely different character as far as I'm concerned.
And I know it's probably very hush-hush, but is there anything you can tell us that we can look forward to in the book?
Not really, because it's really hush-hush. So.
Totally understand. Thank you very much for talking to us.